if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, you know, my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we have Music Monday as well, but this is sold out, where, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk, man. Speaking of sold out, we have the sold out Discord. The link is pinned in the comment section, and then it's free to sign up, where, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're already talking about it in the sold out Discord. Shameless plug, right? Okay, so enough rambling here. Let's just dive right in. So pretty much, as you guys know, man, it has been very quiet in the sneaker community, and we've seen a lot of people literally have like been selling their sneakers. I'm not taking shots at no one in particular, because a lot of sneaker YouTubers been selling their sneakers. Some of them say they're going to start over, some of them just say that's what they do. I fall into this category, but I feel like it's all about how you resell, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, you know, if I get a new pair, I'm definitely going to sell the old pair, and some pairs I'm not just wearing now. For some people, to be fair, they buy a lot of shoes just for content, and they probably just simply just don't wear them more than once, probably in that time you see in the video. So it makes sense. But again, I know this brings back that like old school debate where people coming to me for making, you know, drip or skits before I have the shoe, versus people who actually buy the shoe, get them early, and then don't keep it. I mean, who's right here? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, each party has their own spot. So, I mean, to be honest, let's not even really like give nobody bashing here, but I just wanted to just touch on that topic real quick. But tonight's topic too, we got two, and then we'll talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases, which I don't think is going to be much this week. I'll check the sneakers app, and then I've seen some other upcoming sneaker releases that's going to come pretty much this fall/winter time, and looks like we even seen the G units are coming back too, man. So if y'all coming out, don't forget to smash the like button for the kids. So first topic, we're going to be talking inside Nike's Big China reset, plus why analysts are mixed, right? Okay, so why they're mixed about the whole situation, which I completely understand, you know what I'm saying? Easily, you know what I'm saying? It could be one of those, all right, man, you know, is there really going to be able to bounce back? Because, you know what I'm saying, it says the company is reiterated that its new actions in China are not pullbacks nor a retreat from digital comments or wholesale. So pretty much, you know, a lot of things we've been talking, feels like for like ever, right? But at least the last like couple years, if tariffs. So pretty much, I wouldn't be surprised. The article I'm going to start off with, that covers tariffs, because we probably have a little bit of that in there. And then also, I'm going to cover Wall Street, pretty much continues the debate. Nike's turnaround plan timeline. Does it seem a gross margin expansion as positive? So again, we're going to talk those two. And then actually, I think I'm going to do one more since I'm moving at a nice, good pace here. Probably talk three topics, and then we'll talk like upcoming sneaker releases here. Says, does the arrival of Nike's financial share mean a conservative guidance ahead? So again, basically just was the big plan for Nike, since they are like the head honcho. You know what I'm saying? They wear a lot of hats, and they're still, in my opinion, one of the biggest, like, you know, sneaker, how should I put this, shoe sellers, you know what I'm saying? And then keep in mind too, Nike has faced a lot of like lawsuits, whether they had to give them out, people trying to sue them, and then people stealing their product, and then Nike may be called on to testify. You know, somebody from that representatives, like if you think about it, Memphis, one of their most popular hubs, and I know there's other Nike hubs too. How many times we've seen that joint get hit up, respectively? You know what I'm saying? These cats, it's like they notice, and the sad part is, I don't think that's to be the first time. That's just be the one time where it gets exposed, and we've seen it happen time and time again. So I want to say one more thing too before we dive in. Whole Live is alleged. I don't know anything. I'm just reading off these articles, and we're gonna have a nice chill night here. Yeah, plan to keep things right at the hour mark, so we're gonna keep the party going here. So again, sign up for the sold out Discord, and y'all let me know if audio and visuals is looking good as y'all come in and out for sure. And yeah, man, I mean, not too much on the radar here tonight, so we're gonna keep it smooth. That's why I wanted to start early, because I feel like this one should only take a good hour to get through. So appreciate that. I don't see any lagging in the stream or anything like that, so we should be good. So let me share my screen here and get the party started, and yeah, we should be good to go from here. So I think we're going to start inside Nike's Big China reset, plus why analysts are mixed. So I want to make sure I cover that, and yeah, give me 2 seconds right here. Boom, sharing my screen. You guys should be seeing my screen right up in here. I think that progressive ad, hopefully I don't get flagged for that one now, but it says inside Nike's Big China reset, plus why analysts are mixed, right? Okay. It says the company reiterated that its new actions in China are not a pullback nor a retreat for digital commerce or wholesale. It says the RP, the script, right? It says the RP, the script says a phosphate instant installation at Nike's Greater China's House of the Innovation 001 flagship store in Shanghai, a Nike-owned door. So as you can see, I'm assuming this is what we got up here in the background. What's the future may hold for this? You know what I'm saying? To be honest, Nike them do sell products over there, but from what I've been hearing too, from other people that kind of watch the channel that are all over the globe, and not many, but a few I get here and there, how sometimes we go crazy over certain shoes over here. A lot of people are like that are like overseas, like I guess you can say like here, like in China, a lot of those shoes don't instantly sell out. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've seen some shoes that come directly from there from some resale stores too. So, I mean, some of them could have an inside plug there, right? You just gotta be careful. But I feel like this, these last couple years, this has been like the truth of what's like to hold for the sneaker community. And I'm gonna say this, right? And I'm gonna stick to this to, you know, whenever. If Nike's a head honcho, and even if you're getting your product, let's say indirectly from Nike, right? Let me put it this way. If the person you're getting the product from, right, your main source, whether however you get it, right? If they're not doing well, then everything underneath is gonna follow, right down from your Foot Lockers, your Champs, your Dicks, Paws, and then the resellers. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard people get up on here too. Salutes to the people that's been up on the stream. I will probably open up the stream here, probably not tonight, but probably either, you know, upcoming times. You know what I'm saying? Whenever the time is right, for sure. But long story short, I have people say, well, they don't work on the resale side of things, or they've been in the retail store and seen the resellers in that same store get to it. You know what I'm saying? And they have a great deal going. You know, something that a lot of people don't know. You just depends on your negotiating skills. Me personally, I don't think I'm that great at negotiating. So may not be like a strong like suit for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, all right, cool. I may not be the negotiating guy that you want on your team. But it says, for several quarters now, China challenges have been a drag on Nike's earnings during the overall turnaround. Now the swoosh is taking action to the right the ship in the region, right? It says on Tuesday, Nike's new vice president and general manager of Greater China, Kathy Sparks, laid out the company's plans for China in a letter calling the actions a focus and reimagined marketplace in the region. I see you, man, with the kicks in the building. Says, yerp. What up, Mannies? What's Gucci, big homie? What up? What up? What up? What up? We just getting started, baby. You right on time. You know what I'm saying? But it says, the beginning of January 2027, Sparks noted that Nike's digital marketplace in China will be anchored by an official Nike flagship experience on Tmall, JD.com, and Douyin, alongside Nike.com.cn and the Nike app. So, again, these are some updates that the new guy plans to make. Now, this is somebody I'm assuming that hired underneath Elliot Hill. Keep in mind, Elliot Hill is the head honcho to the best of my knowledge. And then now you got this person who is the vice president and general manager of Greater China, Kathy Sparks, right? I see you, Unique, says, what up, Polo? What's Gucci, bro? What's Gucci, man? We getting to it, man. Got a couple topics I want to touch here for the night, and then we're going to keep it chill, man. I see you been active in the Discord too, big homie. Keep it up, man. I respect it. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going real quick. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. It says, these new flagships will serve as the single elevated destination for Nikes within these ecosystem, right? It says, with clearer product presentation, stronger storytelling, and more connected consumer journey, Sparks wrote in Tuesday's letter. This is my thing too, dog, respectively, is it could be that our generation and up, right? I'm going to say my generation and up are the last of like the, you know, hoorah for Jordan Brand and Nike. A lot of the generation underneath us, they don't really hit the same for us. I mean, but they didn't grow up with like how we came and watched Jordan, and obviously the people before us watched Jordan. So at the same time, it's like, all right, dog, you know what I'm saying? They don't really get it. But this is my thing. I know Jordan has a lot of stories, but this has been going on for a long time. How many stories can you sell us for real, you know what I'm saying? And to keep it 100, right? Respectfully, some of the stories didn't stick. Like the ones that he tried to do for his dad, those threes, in my opinion, those didn't really stick like that, respectively. Unique says, what's good, Manny? And Manny says, unique with the salute and strong arm. But yeah, a lot of the stories don't always stick, but a lot of them do. But to be honest, some of the shoes that do have a story and it's a super dope shoe, it doesn't instantly sell out. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean the shoe is bad. They probably do great sales, but not all stories are created equally is the way I look at it, right? Some of the stories, like, yeah, we want to see that joint. From the free throw line with an Air Jordan 3, all right, cool, you got us. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the last white cement threes they did was what, the reimagined joints? And those, if I'm not mistaken, they hit outlets. You know, not to sound like bad or anything like that, but that's literally, it happened, respectively. But it says, as a part of the change, with some expectations across licensing, partners and partner-operated online storefronts will transition out of the selling Nike products, Sparks added. This is not about reducing access, right? He says it's about reducing fragmentation and strengthening the consumer journey. When the experience is consistent, the brand becomes stronger. So, he says, all right, cool. We're not going to be, transitioning out of like reducing access to this, like, basically limited drops. We're going to make it available, but we're going to make it better per se. You know what I'm saying? They're going to reduce all the extra stuff that's not needed and really put the stuff that only keep the stuff that we really are looking forward to. Obviously the shoe, but sometimes these stores, presentation is everything, but you see like a lot of like, and we'll bring it back to the stateside right here. For example, if you use like Manguera stores, there usually seems like a place it's a shopping store, but it also seems like a place you can damn near hang out. You know what I'm saying? Some places, like Foot Locker, it doesn't come across like hangout. It come across like, hey, get your back to school / get ready for your sports team. Get ready for joining your sports team at school type of vibe. Not to diss Foot Locker, because, I like one of my go-tos too. DTLR, a little too hippie. And this is my thing. And let me clarify this. Hippie as in hip hop, as in like, yo, you walk in there, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm vibing, I'm ready. Hell, make me feel like I'm, the wrong person up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not about that life, get out of here. But anyway, they have their stuff there, but to be honest, dog, a lot of the shoe stores, and to be honest, I don't know if y'all caught it on my last vlog, but when I went to DTLR, usually there was a finish line right next to the joint. It's not there. Now, they were supposed to transition into Macy's, but I haven't seen an update anywhere where or how far that's gotten. You know what I'm saying? But that was the last thing I was keeping up with it from what I can remember. Mentor Kick says, I seen that Divine in the area and yeah, Linky up Polo. Oh, yeah. Nah, I ain't link up with him. But yeah, he did come down. I think he's already back, but he came down to the DMV. I just hope one thing respectively, dog. No, I'm not gonna say it on stream, but he, from what I got from it, he moved carefully, right? And I respected Divine. Next time, hit the kid up or something like that, man. You got the DM joints, we can pull up. It don't matter, man. Probably not for the rest of the week, or the weekend's better too. But y'all know what I be doing half the time. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not in front of this camera, which I am, like pretty much, I'm making content like around the clock. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna keep it real. But let's keep going real quick. Let's keep going. Where we at real quick? Let's see. Where we at? As a part of the change, we, with some inspection across the licensing partners, operate Sparks at it. This is not about reducing access, but when the experience is consistent, we read that part. So let's go to the next part right here real quick, just making sure I'm on point. It says, in a statement sent to Foot News or Footwear News, right? A Nike representative reiterated that the company's new actions in China are not a pullback nor a retreat from digital commerce or wholesale. The spokesperson explained that Nike has 16 store partners who own and manage thousands of Nike stores across China, and they are currently more than 1,000 digital storefronts on China's digital market platform. Says many of these marketplaces are run by Nike store partners, and many of whom are using their brick and mortar doors to fulfill these digital orders. The representative noted that not all of the 1,000+ storefronts are operated by our 16 partners, but a big portion are, right? Says along with sub-retailers, all these digital storefronts have created an overly complex and fragmented consumer experience. So again, looks like they're trying to get the handle on things right here. Because, I mean, I've never been to China, but believe it or not, it was popping at one point, and I feel like it still is. And to be honest, we do, if you check your product, a lot of stuff gets made from overseas in these places like that. I know they've been trying to shift because of the tariffs, but at the same time, they do want to have a shopping experience over there because, I would assume, people in China like sneakers too. And there's nothing wrong with that. As you can see from the image down here in the bottom, right? Let's keep going. It says, so the solution to the complexity comes in 4 actions, right? Let's break it down, right? 4 actions. It says, in addition to the consolidating the digital marketplace, Nike will also work to launch new branded digital storefronts on partner platforms and major digital marketplaces. So I'm assuming while they're going to have some storefronts, but they want to make it more digital. So a lot of these stores and stuff like that too, if you can say like, we put Foot Locker in that boat, right? Not necessarily in China, but just in general. Remember, you got something like a JD Sports that's like really up to date, uppity. Like I told you, not all of them. Like the JD Sports, there's a I guess you can say it's like an outlet version, right? They begin sneakers too, but it's not like the club version. But if you go into actual regular JD Sports, dog, I swear it feels like a rave in there. I mean, I don't know what they be playing, but it's just the lighting is the most unique. I don't see how those guys see in there. Period. So I was like, nope, I don't want to belong here. While the lighting looks great on camera, dog, it'd be a little dark enough. I ain't scared, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Unique says, the story you're referring to with Jordan colorway silhouette is there in many of the Nike SB skate shop collabs. That's what gets me into them. Blue Tile, Note, and Beyond, all the great stories. Yeah, but some of the stories, though, I will say this, not all of them are created equally. That's what I was trying to get at. Like those, that's on a different Scroma thing. I don't feel like they just give any and everybody like a Nike SB, right? Or Nike SB Dunk. Not everybody gets one, even though it seems like we've been getting a lot more here and there. But I feel like not everybody gets one and keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have a great story. Now, Blue Tile them, I like their story behind it. And everybody has their own unique story. But I think Nike them have to look at it like, okay, cool. What makes your story special? You know what I'm saying? So some people that, but I do like it. And the Nike SBs have been doing their thing for the most part. But I feel like they've had some better ones along the years too, respectively. But that comes with the game. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, stories is definitely what tells this. You know what I'm saying? But where we at real quick, it says the swoosh said it would continue to operate across major digital marketplaces where China consumers discover and shop, including platforms such as Tmall, JD.com, Douyin, and others. As a part of this, Nike will also launch a new premium digital flagships across all the major digital marketplaces in China. So I'm assuming they're going to do more online stuff, more online presence too, because I mean, that's been kind of the wave ever since we shut down in 2020. We already had it, but I feel like they were forced to, not just Nike, but a lot of stores and stuff like that were forced to just revamp and get with it real quickly. And it kind of just happened in a blink of an eye. Because I remember when we shut down in 2020, I personally thought, I'm like, bro, we'll be back next week. And then I look like 6 months later, I'm like, I don't think it's happening no time soon. And then next thing you know, it's like 3 years. So, you know what I'm saying? And we survived it, you know what I'm saying, for the people that are here. So, but at the same time, a lot of these companies are feeling it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've been into a mall lately, right? But last time I was in a mall, same example again. It really, even though the parking lot be packed like that, it don't be a lot of people in these stores. I don't know what they be doing, dog. They're somewhere. But if you think about it, there's a lot of people that work there too. You got to have mall security, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because things just happen. With all the stores in there, you got to look at like the people that got to work there. And I remember the food courts used to be the ish in the malls, but I feel like the food court wave in the mall has not hit the same. I almost don't even feel right like choosing on there. It just feels very limited. And, are people putting that same like experience in there while you shopping? But we still pull up anyway, man. It just come with the game. But one thing I cannot see is like the shopping malls just going out, like leaving. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I grew up on. But that's just me. My thought process just had to go down memory lane myself. But it says, next, the company will continue to invest in brick and mortar retail with its 16 Nike store partners. This also includes investing in the company's own Nike retail door, right? Like its House of Innovation store in Shanghai, which I'm assuming this is what? Nah, that's not it right there. That's an ACG door. But yeah, I was like, is that joint? Nah, that's not it. But it says, which posted a double-digit growth last quarter. For context, Nike has more than 200 owned stores in the Greater China region. Wow. See, I didn't know that. They were making it seem like these 16 partners, but I mean, that's all it is. But they got over 200 some stores in there. So, I mean, they want every last one of those stores performing at the best they can perform. Right? Sounds like, hell, I'm not saying we don't have a lot of Nike stores, but it seems like they got more than us. Right? And I don't know how many we have here in the States, but I mean, that's obviously a great number here. So what I just had up on the screen right here, this is Nike's Greater China first partner operated ACG door in Nanjing, managed by the Top Sports and Nike's largest distributor in Great China right here. So interesting. Definitely looks like ACG, and I will say this, obviously, because it's a logo, but that orange, it stood out to me instantly, man. It's one of those bright colors, man. But it says Nike is also committing to more localized product. It says in Tuesday, later, Sparks noted that the company's hired its first vice president of local product creation for Greater China and expected the first product from the team to be sold this holiday season. So he obviously went and hired somebody to get some help, a more local person that could probably understand it a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Come back, translated this and the third. I don't hate him for that one. That's kind of one of those smart business moves type of situation. Like, all right, cool, I got a job, but hey, can we get a native over there, a local over there that we speak the same language, get him caught up. He learns a lot. We take care of him, pay him, compensate him for what he's doing. And yeah, I don't blame him from that one. That was actually kind of a smart move. So I want to give him respect where respect is due on that one. But it says overall, Nike's new China strategy means that for the most part, with a few expectations, its 16 retail partners who operate thousands of Nike brands brick and mortar doors now will no longer sell Nike products online as of January 1st, 2027. Wow. So they're partners right now. They're 16 retail partners. They're not going to sell online as of 2027. So pretty much that's starting like the very, very beginning of the first of next year, right? Because we're in 2026. Yep, correct. Right? But this is what they plan to do instead, right? It says, instead, Nike will partner with them to focus on primarily on elevating the brick and mortar experience. So what they're going to do, cool, let's peel back the digital selling right now, which I'm assuming if it was bringing in money like that, they would leave it. They wouldn't even mess with it. But obviously, it's not bringing in what they anticipated. So let's hold that. Let's up these stores real quick. Let's do some remodeling, some revamping. Because some of these stores ain't no telling how old they are, right? And to keep it 100, a lot of these stores, something you have to do, in my opinion, right? And we can take stores out of this, but we can say homes or where you're staying and stuff like that. You only want to looking at the same thing, you get numb till you get used to it. But it's nothing like when you do go to a fresh opening place. Like case in point, I moved a few years ago, and I don't miss my old place at all. I just got used to that joint, but it was just time. And to be honest, in a few more years, I'll probably do the same thing, but I want a different view each and every time. A good experience. So fast forward, think about these brick and mortar stores. And it's something that's come with living. The more and more you update it, because to be honest, man, I've been in, and it's no disrespect to nobody's home, but I've been in people's homes where you could tell that stuff was still there from like 1948. It's one thing if you got the home back then and you kept it up, but I mean, like, dog, you got to know when it's time to, update it a little bit. So I feel like this is where they're going with these stores, where it's like, all right, cool. Ain't no telling last time when these joints been like had a good update. So let's do that, put the money into it, and then we'll roll out the digital stuff right back. So I respect it. I respect it, fam. But it says initial reactions from the analysts, right, on the move were mixed. It says in a new research note on Wednesday, BNP Paribas Equality Research senior analyst Laurent Vasilky, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, called Nike's new action in China a strategic misstep. So they're saying they kind of dropping the ball right here, right? It says, we are curious to know how Nike will sell excess inventory in China going forward as it terminates digital wholesale for Nike digital distributors, Top Sports, and Pusheng. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Versa wrote, it says the official decision reminds us of when Nike decided to exit certain North America's wholesale partners, and it then ceded market share of the competitors. We think the same will happen with the Top Sports and Pusheng official news. So they're saying like, yo, they tried this once before. If it didn't work over here, how is it going to work over there? But, it's also a different set of like mindset over there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they can. And then you got a different person kind of working this one, right? To the best of my knowledge. But I get it. It's obviously going to be easier said than done, right? It says, on the other hand, Jonathan Kump, right, senior research analyst at the Broad, called the move a positive step towards restoring the marketplace, controlling a higher quality sales. Again, so you got mixed emotions on this one right here, right? Clearly, it could bring more people in, but, you know, it's pointless if you got all the foot traffic because nobody's spending anything. You got to make sure people are spending. Remodeling it could bring in more jobs, you know, a lot of positive things that can come out of this too. And what they're saying, one analyst is saying, well, they did this before, try to cut some of their partners out, and then end up getting right back to the competition and work with them, which sometimes it's just better to work together. You know what I'm saying? It says, contrary points to headwinds continuing through the physical 2027, but we see the move as necessary to return the market to healthy, full price selling alongside efforts to make the brand more culturally relevant and sport and innovation rooted. Kump wrote in a Wednesday research note. So this was something that was going on last week, but then we had that one story that kind of broke. So kind of took precedence, so I'm kind of playing catch up here. Also, off mode real quick, even though it's still YouTube. Keep commenting on the videos, man. I promise you, I know that's one of my things that I've been doing for years is always writing people back in or responding. I know I'm behind, so the kid got to get back on it. But you know what I'm saying? To be fair, the kid, it ain't like I'm leaving y'all empty-handed. Got the content coming around the clock, for real, for real. But it says, in June, Nike reported that the net income in the fourth quarter of the fiscal 2026 was up 407% to $1.1 billion from $211 million at the same time last year. Diluted earnings per share in quarter four is 72 cents. This is up from 14% a share in the fourth quarter of 2025, right? It says net sales in the quarter tailed $10.97 or $10.97 billion, right? Down 1% from the $11.09 billion in the fourth quarter last year. So, you know, they always going to compare the last year to the current year. I mean, you got to. That's the only way you can really see if you made any growth or if things just kind of are not going in the favor you thought they were going to go. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. But we'll keep going. It says net sales in the quarter. We read that part. We read that blah, 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 blah. It says billion in the fourth quarter last year on a report basis, right? Down 4% on the currency neutral basis. So things are down. But, you know, they obviously want, that's why you got this guy coming in there. He want to make sure we bring in some changes to try to get things back up. So I completely understand that. You know what I'm saying? And while I may not be the most, I don't like to do business, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, easily, man. It's either you're doing good or you're not, or you're standing the same. At best, you would want to plateau. But companies like this, Nike and all these other brands, they want to, even if it's just slow growth, they want to see change over time in the positive direction. That's just how business works in general. So as the company said, at the time that Nike brand's fourth quarter revenues were $10.7 billion, flat on a reported basis and down 3% on a currency neutral basis, primarily due to the declines in Greater China and EMEA, partially offset by the growth in North America. So yeah, that's pretty much the update for what the future may or may not hold for pretty much the inside of Nike's big China reset. So they're trying to make some changes. This is what analysts are saying. I see all sides here, but at the same time, you never know until you start making the moves, man. So let's go and transition on to the next story real quick. Another one I kind of have been holding off. This one kind of came out July 1st, but I'll make sure I'm get there. Manuel the Kick says, Every J been sitting at stores and online. I don't know if the sneaker game could bounce back from this. To be fair, dog, I think this is the lowest I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, I mean, the most we get excited for is like Nigel's, which is cool, but they move. But I mean, we and I'm not mad at this, but if you look on the resale market, there's not too many current releases or previous releases like in the last couple years where that shoe was sitting at $1,000 on the resale market. That's, in my mind, that's what the resellers look for as a goal. But to be honest, for the most part, with a little bit of homework and being active on your phone, you get, even like me, right? The Air Jordan, what was I looking for? The Air Jordan 3, the gray joints, right? You know what I'm saying? The Wolf Grays. they've had restocks on them. It just haven't been my time yet, to be honest, man. And on the resale market, they're not going like that. And my last pair joins my True Blue 3s, which I know they were gonna sell much anyway, but I mean, I let them go for a little or nothing. Now, and I didn't, you kind of triggered me, Manny, so I don't want to get too deep into this pause, right? But you're gonna see less and less probably sneaker content, you know what I'm saying? Which is fine. Even me myself, you just never know. But then you see a lot of people doing the sneaker resales. Some people just leave and never say anything or do anything or don't even post anything. We've had that. No, like, hey man, I'm out for now. I'll be back this on the 3rd. Come on, man. And some people just don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? Or what it is. I feel like this is kind of the most quiet we've seen it in a while, man, respectively. You know what I'm saying? We've had it where I remember there was a hot drop like every week at one point. You know what I'm saying? Or at least once a month we had something going in. But like, honestly, man, it's been like, we had like what, 3 real hot releases here, you know, depending on who you ask. You know what I'm saying? But overall, where people like, all right, cool, I gotta do what I gotta do. But it says Wall Street continues to debate Nike's turnaround timeline. So this is where we are right here. See the growth margin comparison as a positive. So here we are real quick. It says Nike's improving gross margins are a plus, but China and Europe, which we just covered China, right? Issues remain as the product innovation continues and underperforming doors could be cut. So again, this is where we got the new guy in there. We just kind of covered. That's why I want to work this direction. You know what I'm saying? That way, we already kind of got the history of it. We already got the front end side of things, what they plan to do. But let's see where this all kind of started real quick. This should be the last one I cover for the night, and then we'll talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases to wrap things up here. Hope you guys don't mind a new time through the week on Wednesday and Saturday. But you know, kid got to get up early, so I got to make sure I get everything out, man. But more content is coming on the way for sure. But it says Nike Incorporated turnaround is progressing slowly, but at least the fourth quarter report on Tuesday suggests that the core operations are stabilizing. It says, to be sure, we're on some positive signs, but the elephant in the room remains how much longer the turnaround will take. That's a good question, because if I'm not mistaken, Elliott Hill, he'll be in the seat around like what, October, November time frame. He'll be the new guy in the seat. Well, can we say he's a new guy? He's been there for over a year, so he's knocking on, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years, right? My thing is this: how long will Nike them give him time to turn around? I would say at least a strong 5. I think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? Let the homie get in that first year. You got to see that. But long as he, and to be honest, as long as he's making some positive stuff along the way, I feel like we should be good, man. But yeah. But it says still the general consensus is that Nike's leadership under Chief Executive Officer Elliott Hill, ironically, right? So you know I've been keeping up with it, has been making the right decisions in his turnaround play. So far he's been doing good. And that's what Nike them are looking for. Hey, long as you show some positivity, you should be all right. Which, that's fair in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that, get the company up, and then you leave them out, you know? But it says the Gungish Home Sihon Siegel has a buy rating on shares of Nike, right? So I'm assuming that's for pretty much the stock market. So we've seen a lot of people being and buying Nike stock. Me personally, I'm not really into stocks like that, but a lot of people have invested in Nike. So if you are going to invest, this probably is the best time because you buy low and eventually, you know, if Nike, really all Nike them got to do is hit us with another huge banger, but the timing got to be right. The economy got to be right. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to be right if we're going to keep it real. But let's keep going real quick. It says, while board-based slowdown in the mid-April led management to temper the first quarter sales outlook, he noted that they are now also expecting a gross margin expansion earlier in the first quarter, that the prior expectations for that to occur in the second quarter. So again, they're like, all right, cool, you know, don't have your hopes up. We got a new guy going there. So next time, you know, we should have seen some progress and we're going to see things moving forward. So that's their goal, is to get the overseas stuff right, which I'm not mad at. It says Nike is clearly not yet out the woods, right? And clearly not by a long shot. China, and then we got EMEA, which is Europe, Middle East, and Africa, Converse, etc. remain questions, right? This is my thing, dog. Everybody keeps bringing, I knew we were going to talk a little bit about Converse. People keeps giving Converse a hard time. People saying, should Nike just sell off Converse? Even if they did, that may put things, it ain't necessarily mean things are gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, they'll just be getting rid of some stuff that's underperforming. They gotta make cuts where cuts is due. Or you can hold off making some Converse right now. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, they've tried everything with the Converse, certain collabs, this, that, and the third. That wave, you're gonna have to approach it a different way. And to be honest, man, one people you could bring in there easily. I don't know if it will make a difference, but they got a great fan base. I don't know if they want to get any more people involved on this joint, but you're bringing in people like Yachty, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, right? I'm not saying he ain't got some great songs that he's written and some songs he's made, but, you know, he thinks he's a lot more drip than a lot of people don't think, right? I think he dressed cool, but at the same time, you know, his forces, they not bad, but they've been playing Jane if we're going to keep it real. But then I'm always a guy that's always saying, hey, less is best. But I want to say, like, one rapper I could think of that an image, but Nike them don't probably want to be tied to it because it's such a risk. Wiz Khalifa used to rap about Chuck Taylors all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's a West Coast thing, too. You got that avenue you can hit with it, but you got to have the right person on. But I think Wiz has a strong enough following fan base where, you know, but you got to ask him not to do X, Y, Z, right? And y'all know what I'm talking about, what him and Snoop like to do. Think about it. It's a reason why Snoop over there at Skechers, but he don't be, you know, doing his thing over there. But to be honest, they could have Wiz just performing in the joints. Now, what he do on his off time is his business. However, I get it. With Nike them having such many successful athletes over there, the last thing you want to get is those guys who technically that are in the league, whether it's NFL or if it's pretty much NBA or whatever sport they play, and they don't want them using certain type of, you know, products, right? You don't want to get somebody over there like a Wiz where, hey, I'm perfectly fine with it, but then it's like, well, you got Wiz over there, he doing this and the third, why can't we, you know what I'm saying? It's always going to be one that makes it harder for the next person, right? And the person just not gonna want to understand or trying not to understand or just trying to always find a loophole, right? Didn't mean to go on that tangent there, but you know how it is. But I say yeah. But we have always believed that the quality of sales inflects before actual sales, and earlier than expected, general GM, or we got the GM expansion may prove a critical leading indicator of business stabilization, all while the key North American region continues to post top-line growth, Siegel said. Nike said that the fourth quarter GM expanded 890 bias points year over year to 49.2%. which included a 900 basis point benefit from the recovery of the IEEPA tariffs, which I knew we were going to talk a little bit about tariffs. I can't not talk it with all this because that stuff do actually makes a difference, right? That makes or break what it is. Because think about it. Tariffs, right? You think like, okay, cool, they're taxing us, but it's not really, we're getting taxed because when the company has to spend more to get their product over here, yeah, that means they're going to want to sell it for us a little bit more. So everything's going up price-wise, but us, the consumer, right? And I'll speak for myself, paycheck, let's just say, man, I don't know if the team watching, hey, I wouldn't mind to see a few extra little coins on there. You know what I'm saying? And I think people always say this, like, you make this, you make that. I'm like, dog, I always say this, I'm very thankful. Always will be. I don't regret nothing, but hey, I'm not going to turn down any extra. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't trying to shake a tail feather to get it, respectively, right? But let's keep going real quick. But it says, Siegel noted that even excluding the benefit, GM wrote have slightly beaten both street and the company guidance. Says the BTIG analyst Robert DeBrol also has a buy rating on the shares of Nike stock. So everybody's saying this is the perfect time to buy. If you are in the stocks, you know, multiple people already throughout this article, I was like, yo, buy in, invest now. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the great Warren Buffett says buy low, sell high. That's like a general thing. But my thing is this, even me, is like, where do you still start? You got to get an account, this and the third. I may look into it. You know what I'm saying? I've never done stocks before, so it doesn't hurt to look at it. So that's probably going to be on my to-do list. Obviously respond to the comments, but I'm going to look into some stock, man. Because, I mean, if the signs are there and you're reading it, I mean, why not, man? You know what I'm saying? Put your money in there and see if it can grow. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to do what, like, you know, the big heavy hitters been doing, because I know we cover some where they invested millions. You know what I'm saying? Just let me get a little something. You know what I'm saying? He said that for the year, Nike made a meaningful progress across the business through rebalancing the product portfolio and driving growth in performance categories while reducing classic footwear franchisees by more than $2 billion. Revenue remained flat on the reported basis of the year. So again, some stuff remained flat, but then some stuff did make some changes, right? Let's go for the last 10 minutes here. Last 5 minutes, we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases here, and we'll wrap this thing up. But it says, Dubrul added that the environment remains volatile and top-line recovery is taking longer to inflect the positivity. It says, still, we remain confident in the actions underway to improve the EBIT, which that's earnings before interest and taxes. So, again, that's another thing, too. A lot of these earnings where we see they bring in like billions or millions and stuff like that, they still get taxed and waxed for this now. You know what I'm saying? That's just a part of being a part of this country. You know what I'm saying? Majority, if not all of us, pay some form of tax. You know what I'm saying? And I've noticed, I'll give you a case in point. You know, I went for, what was the last shoe I copped that I actually need to do an unboxing video on? Hopefully get that out here soon. If not tomorrow, probably Friday. But the Action Bronson, you know what I'm saying? I looked at going for them. I saw what it hit me on the taxes. I saw somebody else in the Discord cop them joints. They taxes a little bit more. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But they also live in a more, you know, uprooted, more upbeat, more place than I do. So it varies from location to locations. Some states don't have a tax. It's very rare. And some of them didn't have a tax or are in the process of trying to introduce one. But they pay for it in other ways, trust me. But it says the margins and the increase cash flow from the operations be concluded, adding that Nike is also taking structural actions to improve efficiency and profitability across the supply chain and its border business. Says the BTIG analyst also noted that the fiscal year of 2026, the company posted 4 consecutive quarters of the sequential GM improvement, helped by improved discounting in North America. Looking ahead, Dubrul said there's a meaningful opportunity to structurally improve the gross margins through the supply chain efficiently and the product cost reduction. So he says there is room to make improvements here, and it can be done. We just got to be a little bit patient is what I'm getting from that one. So again, I guess the pressure is on the overseas side of things right now, especially Converse Sim is always going to be on a list, in my opinion, not to pick on them. But at the same time, clearly, they got to see where the mark is marking, right? And I guess this is what this guy's going to go, because keep in mind, I say Elliot Hill, he's been keeping his answers very professional, and he answers them without answers them, right? He's just like, oh, cool, let me work. So I get it. He's done interviews like that. So, I mean, I respect it. He's not the only one. A lot of people do that. And so far, I do like the releases he's been hitting us with. Now, the rest of the sneaker community in the world, where are they? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some people have been disrespectful with some of our greatest releases. You know what I'm saying? Right down to the white cement 4s. People didn't go crazy for those. You know what I'm saying? We seen where people bought the rare airs, and guess what? Now they're trying to sell them. You know what I'm saying? It says, moreover, while actions in the back half of the fiscal year 2026, that includes reducing the number of facilities, resizing the workplace, and optimizing product flow from factory to retail, resulted in the cost. These actions are expected to support margins expansions in fiscal year of 2027 and contribute to the longer-term trajectory back towards the double-digit operating margins, Dubrul concluded, right? Okay, so yeah, that's something you could definitely think about right there. So they're saying this is what it is right here. So here's the Greater China, which we just kind of covered that. So we're going to hit this for the last 5 minutes. He says he sees progress emerging in the Greater China reset, helped by reductions in the promotional activity over the last 2 quarters. In addition, elevated retail formats continue to perform while including double-digit growth at the House of Innovation in Shanghai, which we kind of just covered that, improved results and reset doors in newer concepts such as the ACG, All Conditions Gear, and locations in Nanjing. So again, they're trying to get there, you know what I'm saying? But they're going to obviously need some help here. It says one potential contributor or contribution to the future upside is Nike's plan to upgrade in the 3 soccer boots. So that's another one that we didn't cover right here. In Tempio and in Phantom, right? It says over a 12-month window. This event could drive global interest in the athletic footwear and apparel space, Dubrul said. Says the to Leslie Asbury Group, which is tagged Cristina Fernandez, noted that while the company is making the right moves that include a focus on sports relevance of the product portfolio by reducing newness and reduction in the resilience on its class franchises. But on the big issue is that the sales trends remain weak. So that's the thing. You can change it, you can sell it, package it a different way, you can try to sell it this way. If it's not moving, it's not moving. So that's the thing. What I feel like Nike's trying to do is like repackage and sell the same thing they've been selling for years. And on the flip side, we've been hollering new, and they hit us with some innovation, and we're like, yo, what is that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how we go right there. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going real quick. Where we at real quick? It says, while the company is making, we said that part, reduction and resilience, but it says one big issue is the sales trends remain weak, and the large parts of the business, including the sportswear, international, and direct-to-consumer, and likely won't show meaningful improvement until the fiscal year of 2028, the analysts predicted. It says on the product innovation side, which I knew we were going to have to cover that a little bit, of the business, she said that the Pegasus 42 running shoe saw a good saw through, while the latest iteration of the Marcel soccer boot became the fastest selling 24-hour launch in its created footwear in the history of Nike's district. Recent launches in basketball include the A2 and the Ja 3, which Ja 3s have been making a little bit of noise. You know, I'd seen them with the Jurassic Park themed sneakers, so a lot of people have been checking for those too. And on the way of the launch, the WNBA player Caitlin Clark's first signature shoe ahead of the holiday 2025, and training Nike Mind continues to scale beyond slides, beginning with the spring of 2027. Fernandez noted, "This is my thing though. The slides, I think they're dropping them every month, but we still missing the mark somehow, man." Also ahead of the plan to update 50% of the company's own retail stores by the end of the fiscal year 2027, with already 150 doors completed with sports-led experiences. On the way is the closing of the underperforming stores, which we're going to see probably another round of like shifting and layoffs possibly, right? Don't quote me, but if they're going to close more stores, they got to move the people somewhere, or, you know, they got to go, you know, I hate to say it, you know. Last part of the article, then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases real quick. But it says, our real estate contracts have indicated Nike is looking to close a significant portion of North America's retail fleet. The tag analyst said, we believe Nike will likely retain its flagship stores in its key cities and its factory stores, but smaller stores in the strip malls and enclosed malls could close, which I was telling you guys earlier. Going to the malls, man, it's not the same as where it once back in the day where you pull up, we were all in there. You know what I'm saying? And every store was making money and every store was booming. Now, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see what time I pull up. Even me pulling up early, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, to be honest, what time is the time people should be pulling up? You know what I'm saying? Because they already limited the pickup time. It went from being 5 o'clock to 3 o'clock to I think now you got to do it by 1 o'clock at certain stores. You know what I'm saying? If you hit, right? So you got to get in there. It says, because those locations attract fewer customers' traffic when they're compared to with their wholesale partner doors such as Dick's Sporting Goods, Foot Locker, and JD Sports. So obviously keep in mind right here, Dick's Sporting Goods and Foot Locker all under the same chain, right? And with back to school like literally going on now, right? Dick's Sporting Goods and Foot Locker, this is where they should be able to eat. JD Sports probably should be able to eat as well. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some stuff coming up on that. Probably we'll talk about that on Saturday. I've already had some people asking me about what's some good back to school sneaker shoes as well. Well, than that, man, let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases and wrap things up here for the night. Now, on the screen, I did see this floating around. The 50 Cent Reebok G Unit is expected to return, right, in August 2026. And then, let's see, on the sneakers app, let's see what we got coming up for this week. And then I do owe y'all top anticipated upcoming sneaker releases. I think the first is Saturday, so we'll see what's up with that. But upcoming sneaker releases. Tomorrow we do have the Converse like 1908 Pro Leather for the people that's interested in that. Saturday, which I'm definitely probably, I don't know, I'm on the fence, probably gonna skip, was the Air Jordan Flint Gray. Cause my pair is still good from 2020, man. I mean, 6 years, I may regret it later, but I don't know. Cause I try to get a fresh pair. I may regret it later, but I'll say this, if the Flints can go on sale, I'd cop for sure. Then we got the Air Jordan 1 Love Letter. That's coming August 1st. No, thank you, ma'am, respectively. but I'll do a drip or skip. Then they're gonna do the Air Jordan 13 Wings Black, which, to be honest, dog, I don't know. 13s is already a hard sell in my opinion, so we'll see how it go. There's an Air Force One multicolor sunset, and then we have the Air Jordan 6 Oreos, which is the black and white joints. We got some Air Max 90s in the shadow brown. So they've loaded up quite a few things here in October. First is that Caitlin one in the blue, which I think we're talking about that. And let me see if I can just find it on the sneakers app or the Nike app for you guys real quick before I get up out of here, because about to wrap it up next like couple minutes. But I'll just show you guys what I was kind of just looking at. Let's see. Let's go to Nike's lunch upcoming. See if we can get that up on here. Share my screen here and splatter that. So yeah, pretty much that's tomorrow right here. The Converse I was talking about, and then we'll keep it going. Obviously 13 Flints, the love letters here, and then keep the party going. I think I've seen some 14s. Let's load a little bit more for the kid. Load a little bit more. Cool. These are the 13s I was talking about right here. Not really a fan, right? But we'll talk about them. And these are supposed to be the Oreos right here, as you can see. Looks not bad, but I don't think these will do anything. KDs, of course. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and these are the Caitlins right here. And then also one more I think seen coming that's anticipated down here. This is supposed to be an Air Jordan 3 Fireside look that's supposed to be coming along. Now, a lot of people, as you can see already, it's a hint of Travis Scott vibes. Anything brown, that's probably going to come notorious when it comes to them dropping sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Period. Everybody's going to say, like, all right, cool, that's Travis vibes, right? Easily, right? But let's see, last little part. Let me touch the chat, and then we'll wrap things up. Let me put myself back on the main screen. We've been on this joint for over an hour, which is the time I really want to do, and we started on time here. But it says, Unique says, not sure his opinion matters, but Wear Testers reviewed the Flints, and he said they're garbage quality. Hey, we respect them all here, and everybody has a right to their opinion. I mean, to be honest, that's my thing, too. I'm like, we just had them not too long ago. We don't need to rush back some of the releases. Like, if you think about it, we're supposed to have been getting the Air Jordan 4 breads, but I'm like, we just got the Reimagines not too long ago. We can hold off on doing the bread 4s, the regular suede joints, because I think mine's from 2019. You know, they dope and still wearable, but I mean, could I use a fresh pair? Sure. Would I probably fall for the trap? Sure, but I feel like we could hold off. Nike them got they hit us with some of the GOATs and the greatest though. You know what I'm saying? So I respect it. But let's wrap things up for the night. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. Y'all definitely smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new. If you haven't done so already, of course, my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trial hauls. Y'all know we have Music Monday as well. But this is sold out. Well, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section. You name it, pretty much. If I do not get the content out in time, it's in the sold out Discord, and it's free to sign up. I'll see you guys again on Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Until then, smash the like button, sub up, more content on the way. And yeah, man, I am officially out this thing. My name is Jeremy Jones, and yeah, I'm out. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know.